My most memorable moment at Blackhawk will probably be the backyard bash in the spring last year. We participated as a program in the laser tag event, and we got second place. It was a lot of fun.
I would have to say that my favorite moment at Blackhawk Technical College was actually during our summer semester. Student government, we went to Loyola University through the ambassador program, and we did a leadership retreat where we did a high ropes course, and we had to work as a team, and we had to overcome like fears of heights or different things like that.
I brought my daughter up here and we've seen the Lorax, and it was really nice. It was outside in the courtyard, and they made popcorn and everything, and we just laid in the grass and watched the movie. So my daughter really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed it.
One of my favorite moments would have to be going on the retreat, and Stephanie Williams and we snuck away just to watch our TV show away from everybody.
One of my favorable moments that I've had here at BTC was being a Skills USA competitor. Not knowing anything about it when I came to BTC, and then having the chance and the ability to do a Skills USA competition as a statewide welding competition was a great opportunity for me to take.
There's times in the classroom that we've had fun times learning about welding, times in the shop that we've had good times building projects together, working as a team has been a good experience I think I'll keep with me my whole life.
My favorite moment at Blackhawk. I've been here 3 years, so all of them are my favorite moments. I don't know that I can pick one. My gourmet dinner, because I'm in culinary arts, was one of my favorites.
My most memorable moment was like the backyard bash that we have at the end of the year. We have a lot of fun during those, and it's fun getting to know people from other programs.
Well, my most memorable moment here is actually kind of embarrassing. I was part of the Safe Walk program end of my first semester, and it was snowing outside. I left on accident one of the back windows open. The next day the car was full of snow, and there was pictures all over the police academy and the classrooms.
The moment that I'll recall about Blackhawk is actually being employed here for Blaze, the mascot. That was probably the best part about Blackhawk that I've ever had.
I'd say that my favorite moment leaving here would be the interaction with the students and the instructors, how close-knit we were in the kitchen and outside the kitchen. It's been more like my second family here, so it's going to be really hard to leave.
I will always remember coming into the building, walking down the hallway, meeting with the staff and instructors and my classmates, saying hi pretty much to many people, and helping out with events, organizing events. I'm in a lot of clubs on campus, so I help organize events and attending events, trying to get people to come, and also going to the Commons during lunch hour, trying to get people to come. And it's funny, as soon as they see me, they know I'm either there to sell something or invite them to an event or talk about some kind of upcoming event. So I will miss that.
As I look back on my experience here, in all of our classes, we work together as a group, and each of my instructors that I've had, we've always had a good time with all of them. I wouldn't say that any class stood out more than the others, because I enjoyed all of them equally.
I'm definitely going to remember the people. I'm a very outspoken, loud kind of person, and I talk to everybody, so when I make relationships with people, I try to make them like really connecting with people, and I know I've made 3 amazing friends that I tell everything to.
What I liked about it is that all the instructors, they're nice, they're willing to help you out in any way, whichever course you want to take for your career opportunities, they're willing to help you drive towards that direction and meet your needs that you need to further your career goals.
What I like best about my time here is just the people I got to meet that otherwise I never would have had a chance to meet. A lot of great people offer a lot of great support. It just made my overall experience that much better for me.
The thing that I remember that was the best about my experience here was the instructors, how great they taught us. I came into this program not knowing anything, and I was surprised at how much I learned so far, and I'm still learning.
Well, I was definitely welcomed with open arms into the welding program. I think it didn't really make a difference, my gender. Everyone treated me the same. as long as I worked, just like everyone else.
I've met great people, great teachers at Blackhawk who taught me how to make it in life, the necessary steps to take to be successful in whatever you do in life.
I came in to fill out an application, I remember that. And it was, when I walked in, I didn't have any doubt that this is a place I want to do my school. As soon as I walked in, I realized I would do better, and I'll do great.
The best experience that I had was actually the criminal justice program. The teachers and even the students, the teachers for one, they're so supportive. If you ever have a problem, their email contact, they give you their cell phone numbers, they're right there with you. They want to see you succeed. And then the students themselves in the program are just as dedicated. It's not something that you just go to go.
A moment that I'll recall is becoming state ambassador. So my goal was to leave a legacy at Blackhawk Tech. It's one of my biggest goals, really, and something for my kids to be proud of. And so when I got nominated, or I won state ambassador, that I think might be one of my biggest so far. And I'm working to be student of the year this year, so.
Getting my diploma would mean the world to me. I worked very, very hard and put in a lot of dedication, so it's going to mean everything to me.
When I graduate, it's going to mean that I finally made it. After having a kid and being in the workforce and then being able to have the opportunity to come back to school, I did it, you know. I was able to achieve my goal.
Being in criminal justice, I've had past family that have been police officers and sheriffs, and knowing that I'd be following their footsteps is a big deal to me.
I'm following in my dad's footsteps. He was here at Blackhawk long ago, but I'm actually going to be wearing his cap and gown when I'm up there, and it's going to not only prove it to them that I can do it, but proving it to me too.
That day on graduation is going to be, I think, emotional for me. I'm going to be happy that I have accomplished it, being, you know, not the non-traditional student, that my kids are going to be there to see it, but I'm going to be sad because I love it here.
You know, I've had a lot of hardships in my life, and to be at this point in my life where I'm at now and to be able to graduate from BTC with a certificate in welding would be phenomenal to me, just because of the accomplishments that I've made in the last 2 years of being in the program. It's been phenomenal and it's been awesome.
On the graduation day, when they hand me that paper, I think I'll be really excited and emotional, probably all at the same time.
It'll mean a lot when I graduate. I think that certificate, because welding isn't a traditional field, so for women at least, and I think that when I receive a certificate in it, it'll be quite an accomplishment for me.
That I've succeeded in life and that I worked hard for it, and it's mine and no one can take it from me.
The thing that's going to go through my mind is how far I've come and how far I need to get. The support that I've had, a lot of things will be going through my mind.
To my family and friends, I just want to say thank you for all your support, all the encouragement. I never thought I'd be at this point. You guys really pushed me along, and here I am.
I would like to say thank you to my whole family, because they've all been very supportive of me. Especially my daughter, Isabella. She's the one that has to deal with mom doing homework when she wants to go outside and play or do other activities. My mom and my stepdad, Kevin, for taking care of my daughter so that I can come to school and attend classes, whether they're day or night. My boyfriend, Rob, for being there as well and helping with everything. They've all been very supportive of me you know, my grandma, my uncles, my brother. They've all helped.
I really appreciate my stepmom and my dad for financially helping me out. And I'd like to thank my girlfriend for, I guess, allowing me to spend time at college more than I spend time with her.
I want to tell my family and friends thank you for the support through the whole program and keeping me, like making me want to keep going and going.
I can just say thank you and that I love them so much, their support and everything that they've done for me, whether it be helping me buy my books or just helping me through an assignment. I know my sister was helping me with college and she didn't know some of the things I was saying, but we worked through it together and I think it was one of my best assignments actually.
I would like to say thank you because I know these past 2 years it's been a lot of sacrifice, it's been a lot of hardships, it's been hard times to you know, give up my time, especially with having a family of, you know, I have 6 kids and, you know, I have a wonderful wife that, you know, supported me through all of this. I have a wonderful family that helped support me and push me along my way and never gave up on me, and I'd like to say thank you and I love you guys.
To make it simple, I would like to thank my family, my dad, my mom, my sisters and brothers, the staffs and instructors here at Blackhawk, my classmates, teammates in the organizations I've been part of, and my advisors in the clubs too. They've been really supportive, and my fiance and his family too, and Sharon, and my brother of course, he knows that so, and my aunt that will be coming and her husband, and I don't know. It's a lot of people to thank, so I can't keep calling names or else I might forget other people, and I want everyone to know I appreciate their help and support, and I'm really excited and looking forward to this day. The last time I've seen my dad was 6 years and 9 months ago.
Thank you for everything. There's been a lot of people who have helped me to get where I am today, and so a big thank you to them, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be graduating.
I'm going to be real thankful for all my teachers and family that supported me through it and helped me get through all the hard work it took to get there.
I guess I just want to say thank you. I've doubted myself a lot through, you know, just can I do it? And like, am I gonna like be good enough to finish this? And everyone's really supported me, and I can't thank them enough because it's meant a lot and really helped me get through this.
The one thing that I would like to say to my family and friends is thank you. There's probably not enough that I could do for them as far as how much they've helped.
I would like to say thank you for not giving up. This has been a journey not only for my family but for me. Looking back 6 years, I would have never thought that I'll be entering the School of Learning again. It's been a great experience. I wouldn't change it for the world.
I just can't find the right word to say how thankful I am that day in my life, and that I appreciate everything that they've done for me. Especially my dad. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here right now. He tried so hard to get us where we need to be. And I just want to say thank you.
I think that for everyone that I've met here at Blackhawk, I want to say thank you. For my kids, it's thank you for supporting me and pushing me. My biggest pusher was Stephanie to make me be better. Chef Joe, who has supported me through the whole 3 years that I've been here, and they recognized that I had the potential to be something special and made me realize that I wanted to be something special. And to my husband, who allowed me not to have to work and supported the 6 of us while I came to school and is excited for me every time I come home and I tell him something new that I've done or that I've achieved. So thank you to all of them.
There are several moments that I'm always going to remember, but the most remembered moments are going to be that every day getting chicken strips, waiting for class to get over just to go get chicken strips. Another good memory that I'm always going to remember and look back on is my first presentation for marketing class. It was a huge presentation and it's the first one I've ever done, and it was just like so stressful. Then you get there and do it and it's over with, and you realize how easy it was, and from there forward it was much easier for me to present throughout school.
The most memorable moment that I have is the very first speech I had to give. Getting up in front of a room full of fellow students, it was quite intimidating, but once I did it for the very first time after I got over the hump, we, I believe, had 4 more speeches to give, and by the time I was finished with that course, I felt quite comfortable in getting in front of people.
The moment that stand out the most was all the work my instructor helped me with. I wouldn't have gotten through it without her. And
I will have probably 2 significant memories, and one is the first day I came back. I was so nervous and I got lost, and just it wasn't, you know, it was very the typical nerve-wracking first day of school, but then everything else just got better. And the second thing that I remember is I always remember these people that I've met, all the connections, all the teachers, all the students, all the faculty that I've met they've had an impact. So I'll definitely remember all those people.
Looking back at my 2 years of being here, I will remember the friendships that I made, the teachers, how they would reach out and help if you needed them.
A moment that sticks the most would be the blood drive, because we pretty much ran all of it besides the actual blood drawing. So the MA program was in charge of that.
Moments at Blackhawk, I can remember meeting a lot of new friends. That's a key aspect in my career at Blackhawk. There's so many great people that go to school here, and just, you know, I've met a lot of new friends, a lot of new colleagues that are potential colleagues for the future.
A moment that will always remind me of Blackhawk would be anything I did with SHRM in the HR program with my instructor, Beth. We did lots of fun stuff, lots of laughing, met a lot of new people in the community doing that stuff too, so seeing them reminds me of being at school, and then seeing the people from school reminds me of being out in the community, so it's kind of a win-win on both sides. It's probably the best thing I'm taking away right now.
The memory that I'm going to carry my whole life is going to be going to Lineman Rodeo with my class. I'll never forget it. It's where we all went to South Dakota, and basically we competed as a class in a cross-arm change-out and obstacle climb, just basically speed climb, just who can do work the fastest, and it was just a great bonding experience.
I'm going to remember the people. I've really enjoyed meeting all different sorts of people, and I've had a lot of opportunities to travel on trips and to go to conferences and to hear speakers, and that's really what I'm going to remember.
The memory that's going to stick with me, that's going to carry on, is the bonding that I had with my instructors and also my peers at school too. I know we made great friendship, but also just working together and bonding as a crew was a really great time for us, all of us, I believe.
Special memories that'll stay with me forever was all the great times I had with fellow classmates. Times we drove the trucks down around the circle, just learning how to drive it. That was pretty fun, and all the pole climbing. Those were all great times.
When I think back on my 2 years here at Blackhawk, the greatest moment that stood out for me is, actually there's 2 of them. Being inducted to PTK, I got inducted this year for my grade point average, and then as well as the awards banquet, I took home 5 awards.
Patty DeGarmo, I am eternally grateful for her guidance, for her instruction. As we go out into the workforce, it's a huge reflection on what she does and what she has taught us, and I think she has done a fabulous job with me and with with my fellow students.
Well, going to Blackhawk in my life, it was a huge step towards adulthood. It really let me figure out what I wanted to do. It really drove me in the direction. I feel the advantages I got were I got a step up on a lot of the kids that were in my high school. Went to four-year college. I mean, I'm going to be going to the workforce here real soon, and I'm excited.
As I graduate, for my children to see that out of hard work and determination that goals can be and dreams can be achieved. That if you set your mind to it, you can do anything.
I didn't know what I wanted to go for. So I came in and I asked if I could speak to anyone to talk to me about all the programs, and I ended up talking to Mr. Snow. He was my counselor, and he actually helped me. He helped me make the decision to come into a medical assistant program, and he helped me enroll and everything. I know you're supposed to do it online by yourself or something, but he was willing to help me, so I appreciated that.
The instructors, plain and simple, they actually want you to succeed. If you're struggling in a class, they'll sit you down and say, what aren't you understanding in this class? You know, they're more personable, they actually care, and you're just not another student that walks in their door. You know, they take the time to understand each and every one of their students.
Blackhawk was a good experience for me. I learned a lot in it. We had great teachers and great students and had a lot of fun. It's a lot of learning and just made it that much easier with great people to work with.
Because I was so involved in school, I learned a lot of skills that I would not have learned just in the classroom. I've improved my interviewing skills, my speaking skills, my just being able to act professionally, and I've learned all that, and I've learned how important it is. And I wouldn't have just gotten that just in the classroom.
Coming to school at Blackhawk, my business has became better and more organized, more streamlined. Blackhawk Technical College did help me in that aspect.
Seeing that I had straight A's my first semester, it was extremely important to me. It was a very special moment actually, because I worked so hard to become that student, you know, the high honors and all that stuff. So it was extremely important for me.
Once I get that certificate after graduation, I feel like I'm going to be handed a key where I can take that along with me, where I'm able to use that to benefit myself. I'll just have all the tools that I need with me and know it's going to help me out in my future to become employed or working with another crew again, hopefully.
Big sigh of relief. I mean, I only started school back in last January and now I'm done, so it's just been a crazy couple months and I'm ready to be done and I'm going to feel the accomplishment.
When I graduate, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to miss the people and the friendships and the instructors and the relationships that I've developed here. So I'm going to be sad more than happy. Yes, I'll be happy, no more homework, no more Saturdays doing projects, but I will be sad that I'm going to miss all the people here and all the great experience I've had at BTC.
Well, I'm sure I'll be on the way up. I'll just remember all the good times that, you know, the good times, the good people, all the papers, the projects, all the faculty, the instructors, the students. I'll remember all of those people. And then, you know, I'll get that piece of paper, and as I, you know, walk off stage and walk back to my seat, I'll be looking forward to the future.
The thing that's going to go through my mind is I did it. I finished it. Now the next big step is find a good job out there and maybe further my education more.
A lot of information came at me in the last couple of years. I've taken it in, I've succeeded, I've done a really good job. I'm just really grateful for the opportunity to be able to go back to school after all these years.
As I graduate, for my children to see that out of hard work and determination that goals can be and dreams can be achieved. That if you set your mind to it, you can do anything.
When they hand me the paper, it's almost going to be scary, because it's like life starts. Like my adult life is here. I'm really excited. I'm going to be, it's going to be hard almost because, you know, you get so set in coming to school and it's just off to work.
I think when I get my degree, I'm going to be very proud of myself, very accomplished. It was a hard year, took a lot, and took a lot of effort from everybody in our program.
When I get my diploma, I'm going to think about it's finally over, but I'm also going to look back, I'm going to miss this, coming here every day and learning something new and furthering my education to make my career better.
This year it's going to be probably pretty overwhelming. I've been in college since 2001 when I graduated high school, and it's been an ongoing process for me. Had to leave school a couple times with my kids and family issues that came up, so finally being able to succeed and show my kids everything that I've done is going to be amazing.
When I walk off the stage, I'm going to be thinking it's over. It was a great 2 years. I'm going to have nothing but great feelings when I walk off the stage. It was a great experience.
Once I get my degree and I walk off the stage, I'm going to be excited. I'll be ready to go, raring to look for a new job and move on with my life and go on from there.
After I get my diploma, I'm going to be thinking a lot of things, but mainly that I prove to my kids that you can accomplish anything you set out to accomplish, as well as that I'm going to be able to be the mother that they need me to be to show them the way that they can do anything they put their minds to.
Jim, thank you. I can't remember too many days that have gone by in the last 2 years where you haven't encouraged me and told me how proud you were of me. And I just thank you, because I don't know if I could have done it without all that encouragement. And I want to say thank you to my kids, Griffin and Joe. I have one that's up at Whitewater, and he's been a huge encouragement for me, seeing all the things that he's had to do in his studies. And having somebody in the house that gets it, all the work, all the discipline that takes place.
I want to thank my mom and dad. They helped me with all the support I needed. I also want to help my girlfriend, Rebecca. She helped me with all my questions and was there for me every time I needed her. I thank everybody, as well as my classmates and my instructors. I thank them as well.
Some people that I would like to mention would be my husband. He helped out a lot. He helped me with math. He's really good with math. My moms, they were really helpful. Helped me put through school and give me that willpower. You can do it.
Well, I'd really like to thank you, Mom and Dad, for supporting me the whole way, giving me anything I needed, and giving me the drive to do it. And then I'd really like to thank Don and Lee Pike and Don Wilkie, my instructors. They were very, very, very smart guys, and they helped me through the whole program, so I'd really like to thank you.
For thanking in particular, I guess it would be my children, Lauren and Jacob, giving me the strength and the encouragement to keep following through, and on days that was struggling, they would say, "Go on, Mom, you can do this."
My parents are going to be out there, so probably would have finished college if it wasn't for them. They helped a lot to pay the books, because books were not cheap. Federal aid helps a lot with the tuition, but I mean, books are a lot more expensive, so my dad helped with a lot of that. My mom helped with whenever I was stressed, always supporting me and telling me, "It's almost done, it's almost over with, you're almost there."
To my parents, Sonia Gordillo and Pedro Perez, I'd like to thank them so much for helping me pay for school and for their moral support. Also, my brother and my sister, I'd like to thank them too for their support. Mamá y papá, muchas gracias por ayudarme a pagar por mis clases y también por todos sus consejos y por todo. Muchas gracias.
I'd like to thank my support group, which included my parents, Mom and Dad, and my brothers, Julio and Manuel. Also my teachers, Lee and Don, and my whole support group throughout this whole thing. I don't think I could have done it without any of you.
If I could tell my kids anything about being in school,
and continuing and me being able to complete it is thanks for always being there and supporting me and allowing me to take away from your time to complete my schoolwork on days that kind of seemed a little bit more rushed.
Thank you for putting up with all my stuff, because I know it wasn't easy for them to ride with me through all that. My instructor, Dustin Williams, he pushed me to do everything. He's a really nice guy. He always helped me. You know, when you had family issues, he would understand, and he would, you know, go above and beyond as an instructor to understand what you're going through. So
I would like to take the moment to thank my parents. They've been great support for the last 2 years, and my 2 children, I would like to tell them to keep up with their schooling and follow their heart. Do what their heart tells them to do.
I'd like to tell my husband and my kids that I really appreciate all their help dealing with helping me with cleaning the house and getting the laundry done, because I was so involved at school. I haven't been there to do all the stuff that I normally did. So I want to thank them for putting up with me being gone a lot, me traveling on trips, me doing homework instead of watching TV or playing games with them. So I really appreciate their sacrifices too.
My wife, my kids, my family, they've all made sacrifices to allow me to come back to school, and I'm eternally thankful for that. Because without those sacrifices, coming back to school is something I couldn't do. And they made those sacrifices for me, so I can't say thank you enough to them.
First off, I want to thank my kids for putting up with all the hours and lack of mommy. And I want to spend a special thank you to my mom and dad for supporting me and help me babysit and watch the kids while I'm here. And a very, very special thank you to Marquise for supporting me and allowing me to go back to school and taking care of the kids and me while I finished my career. And then thank you to all my friends that had my back in the study hours, in the groups, and all the hard work we put in.
I'd like to thank my husband, Preston Govan, for helping me along my way of school.
I want to thank the cook for making all those chicken strips for the last 2 years.